So, hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Call of the Wild video. Now, this video is going to be just a ton of trophy clips, some from single player, some from multiplayer, some from quite recent, some from a few weeks ago, and we're just going to get started straight away with taking down this 9 legendary mountain lion that I found on my single player on Silver Ridge Peaks. Now, I'd been seeing this 9 legendary mountain lion for quite a while during my Great One Black Bear grinds, and finally decided it was time to take this guy out. Now, he is barely a diamond at 39.05, but he's also the dark red fur type, which is kind of cool to see. He's not a huge diamond, but still a really nice trophy to actually get as kind of a bonus while out here grinding. Now, sticking with single player on Silver Ridge Peaks, and I ended up spotting another 9 legendary mountain lion. Now, I actually spotted this guy whilst the other previous 9 legendary was also alive on the map, so I ended up taking them both out one after the other. And what was really funny is this guy ends up being also the dark red fur type and also scoring at 39.05. Now, they both had slightly different weights, but for them to both be the same fur type and the same score, I thought was pretty funny. Now, again, here on Silver Ridge Peaks in single player, we have a level 5 Rocky Mountain elk. Now, I actually spotted this guy while hunting black bears in their new morning drink time during early access for the high caliber weapons pack. This was actually the first diamond that I ended up taking with the brand new 300 AR, and I just never ended up putting this guy into a video, so that tells you how old this particular clip is. But I just haven't had a chance to, put this guy in a video with so many different things going on, so finally this guy ends up in a video, and he did just make diamond at 482.94. I was thinking that he was probably gonna troll when I saw him. I just thought he looked a little bit small, but he did actually end up making diamond, and like I said, was actually my first diamond with that brand new gun, so that was really, really cool. Now, moving on to another older clip here, and we have a 9 legendary lynx here on Revontuli coast. Now, I ended up spooking this lynx, and I just basically waited for it to slow down, and it ended up stopping and resting here out in the open. And I was pretty confident that with the 44 lever action, I could get a shot in there into the lungs. I was pretty confident that even if I hit the spine, it should still go through to the lungs. And as you can see, we dropped the lynx on the spot, and we did get the vital blood there. And this guy is a diamond. We did go straight through to double lung and liver. We didn't hit the spine at all. And this guy is a decent sized diamond at 28.39. And really, he didn't have a great estimate, but when I spooked him, he just kept running and running and running for ages. So I thought that he would end up actually making diamond, and as you can see, he does actually make diamond by quite a decent margin. He just had a pretty poor estimate for a diamond of that size. Now, sticking with Revontuli coast, and this time we have a rare raccoon dog. Now, I spotted this level 4 female as she was actually walking away there. I managed to get her to go alert, which stopped her, and then she turned and was walking around there, and I was pretty darn confident that she was the orange fur type. And picking her up, you can see she is the orange fur type, which is actually a rare for these guys. It's one of those more obscure rare fur types. It's not like piebald or albino, but these guys have both orange and dark brown as two kind of obscure rare fur types. And the orange is basically just almost like a brighter version of the light brown, and it can be hard to distinguish if you've never seen one before. But at this point, I've seen a few in-game, so I knew to look out for that sort of brighter orange fur and managed to identify her. And as you can see here, we have another orange female raccoon dog, this time a level 2, and I actually picked up a disturbed veg track for this particular female, so I knew that this definitely was an orange as I was tracking it. But yeah, it's one of those more obscure rares, like I said, that can be really kind of hard to notice unless you know what you're looking for. You really do have to just try and pay attention for that sort of slightly more saturated orange look compared to the light browns. Now, moving on to the next clip here on Revontuli Coast, and we have one of my favourite trophies to come across here on Revontuli. We do have a level 3 Western Capercaillie, which, you know, hunting Revontuli a lot, I end up finding a lot of these guys, but I do always get excited to find Trophy Capercaillie. I'm always looking for the rares more than the diamonds at this point, but they're still always cool to come across. And it made for a pretty nice retrieve for my brand new retriever. You may have seen him in a couple of other videos at this point, but this is when he was still fairly new, and it made for a nice little retrieve for him. And it is a diamond at 4.65, so barely a diamond, but a diamond is a diamond, so nice little find just while out here looking for mountain hare. Now, moving on to the next clip, once again, still on Revontuli Coast, and we have another level 3 bird, this time a bit more of a slightly rarer diamond than a Western Capercaillie. This time we have a level 3 black grouse. Now, this particular black grouse gave me quite the runaround, as initially I spooked him from this particular zone, tried tracking him, and multiplayer was being multiplayer. This guy just wasn't leaving any kind of consistent tracks. It was a nightmare. And then I ended up having to do so many time resets to try and get this guy back into his zone, but finally we did end up managing to get him. And I actually did end up shooting another diamond black grouse not too long before this guy on a different server, but it literally flew past me and I just shot it sort of instinctively and never got to record it, unfortunately. But I managed to get this guy recorded, so super happy with that. He's a good sized diamond at 122.04, so a decent bit over that diamond requirement. Still not absolutely massive, but a good bit over that requirement. And just such a stunning bird. The black grouse really are just gorgeous. Now, sticking with bird trophies yet again, and I was actually tracking a very specific willow ptarmigan here. That right there is a level 2 male red willow ptarmigan. Now, I've had a couple of these. They are really, really rare, but I seem to end up finding them quite a lot whilst looking for mountain hare. This is actually the third one I've ever shot. I lost the clip of the other one that I shot, which was actually a gold, and it was really unfortunate because I really wanted to put that into a video and the clip just got lost. But this is a really, really beautiful rare. And basically it's just the plumage type that these guys would have in the summer in real life, and then you have all the molting ones, and then you have the white plumage type, which is also a rare. But it's basically just the different transition plumages from summer to winter. So molting is the one in between, the red would be the summer plumage, and the white would be the winter plumage. Now, in game, both the white and red plumage types are rare. The white is a more common rare, you do see a few more of those than these, but the reds are really, really rare. I know a lot of people, like, this is a dream rare for them because they are so hard to find, but I've had really, really good luck with them, and they are really, really beautiful. A kind of unusual rare, like I said, because it technically should just be, like, a plumage for the time of year, so it's one of those rares that I always think is a little bit weird, but definitely a really cool bird to end up getting. And then, finally, this goose. This Greylag goose is one of my favourite trophies I've ever gotten from Revontuli, and this thing gave me the runaround. So basically, I religiously check flocks as they fly overhead whilst I'm hunting for mountain hare, which, if you don't know, the only diamond in this entire game that I'm missing is a diamond mountain hare. I am hunting them almost constantly at the moment, and I just have not had the luck to find a level 3 mountain hare. But I check every track that I pick up for every different species. Every time a flock of birds goes overhead, whether it be ducks or geese, I check to make sure that there's no rares. And I have been hoping and praying that eventually I would spot a rare Greylag goose, because they are some of the coolest looking rares in my opinion. And finally, I spotted what looked to be a rare female Greylag go over my head when I was running around looking for mountain hare. And I spent ages trying to get this bird to come back in, and I wasn't even sure what I had spotted. But you can see here, we very clearly have a rare Greylag, and I knew that because there's only Leucistic and Hybrid for the rares for Greylag geese, and this being a female, I knew it couldn't be a hybrid, so it's a Leucistic female Greylag. How freaking cool is that? These guys are so rare. I have looked over thousands upon thousands of Greylag geese at this point, hoping and praying I would eventually find a rare. And finally, we have a beautiful Leucistic. I mean, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous bird. They are absolutely stunning. I mean, if you need to have any idea of how rare Greylags are, I mean, just go and look at the amount that get posted either on YouTube or different communities and stuff. They're just so incredibly rare that you basically almost never see them posted. And when like I said, I saw this bird go over the top of my head. I hit record, and then I couldn't see her anywhere. And I think what had happened is they went and landed a few 100 meters away, because then I saw them again in the air suddenly, and they had gone defensive, so I think they landed near a lynx or something, and they got spooked. And then I literally spent well over an hour with decoys and then resetting the time over and over again, trying to get this particular flock to come back in. I knew it was a flock of 4 birds, and I knew that it was a level 3 female that I spotted, that I was sure I saw that it had different markings on its neck. And the one thing that I was really confident I saw was a white line around the edge of its beak. And you can see there is like a white line around the very sort of edge of the beak there where it joins the face. And that is what I was pretty confident I saw when it went over the top of my head. And I finally managed to get her. That was just such a tense, like the whole time I was trying to get this bird to come in, I was so tense that I was going to crash. I even had my fiance join the multiplayer server so that if I crashed, that I'd be able to rejoin, because I was the host at this point. It was just an insane chase. I'm so glad I managed to get this trophy. What an incredible bird. But that is going to be it for this video, so thank you so much for watching and for all your support as always. I really do appreciate absolutely everything you guys do, so thank you so much. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.